Alright, so the purpose of this video is to show how to copy web pages on Google Sites and recreate those web pages elsewhere. In case you create like a nice format for a certain web page that you know you're going to use over and over on your site, this is a great option for you. I'm going to be showing my virtual classroom, so of course everything I talk about is going to concern education and those kind of pages, but really this works on any kind of Google site. The year is 2014, so that's the version of Google that we're using here. Okay, so I'm going to show 3 ways to copy pages, and each way is a little bit better than the last way. So we'll start with the first and simplest way, and I have done this before and it does work. It's just not ideal. So the first way is literally copying your page, and so you could do Control C. And then, of course, what you would do is you'd go up and you'd create a new page. I'll call mine Test Copy. And, you know, right now I'm not too worried where I put this. I can move it. But we'll do Create. And paste it here. And see, a lot of it transfers over. Your links are live. The calendar worked. So this is, if you know nothing better, this will work. The drawback is that your text boxes are not gadgets here, and you can edit the text on these, but you couldn't change the size or move this or anything like that. And you can see it's a little funky. It didn't quite go. But you know, at first glance, this almost looks like a perfect deal. And if I click on calendar, let's see. I can't. Yeah, and I can't edit that either. So there's the drawback to copying and pasting. Luckily, this is not the way that you have to do this. And again, I copied many pages this way, but this is not really the way you're supposed to do it. So we'll cancel. But that is one possible way to do it. It's just not ideal. Discard changes, sure. Okay, so let's go back to that page again. No, actually, I'm going to go to this because I'm going to do a unit page. So on my virtual classroom, I organize my main pages are mostly courses that I teach with a little kind of some extra stuff up here. And then, of course, if you open up a course, you're going to see the unit pages. All the course pages tend to look the same, and the unit pages tend to look the same. So what I'm going to do is in one of my courses, I don't have, so let's go cancel. Yeah, so here's U.S. Government A. The truth is I don't actually have these course subpages built, so I'm going to use this as I'm going to use this page to build my unit pages. This is a nice looking format that I like. And they all kind of are going to look the same like this. If you open up my other courses, all the other unit pages already look like this. So there's a couple different other ways aside from the kind of cruddy way to do it. Another way to do this would be you open up the More, and then you go Save as Page Template. You put that in, and then you do, let's say I'm going to call this Unit Page Template. For description, makes unit page. Well, I don't need to capitalize any of this. Okay, I click Save. Now, when I go to create a new page, so I'm going to go to create Unit 1. I'm going to put this in. Oh, I'm not going to do this from here. Sometimes, many times, I open up my classroom site in many different web pages, so or many different tabs. So I'm going to create it from here. So then I go to create this, and I make sure that my unit page is going to go under U.S. Government A. And see how you've got the templates to use? Now, instead of web page, which is the default, you know, I've often used announcements and all this. Well, look at this. I have unit page template. So I can actually select that. Unit 1 test. And then when I go to create this, there I am. It's under Government A. It looks just like the other one, and what's better is, unlike our first copy, everything is real. You know, if I want to change and change the width of this text gadget or anything, I can do that by clicking on properties. So this is a much better way of copying a page than the old way of just Control C and Control V. Now, is there a better way than this? There actually is. There's another way to do this that even saves more time. And so let me show you the other way. So I go cancel. And now I go into my first page. I guess I could have stayed in that. Yeah, it doesn't really matter because they're the same page. Now, instead of saving as page template, look, I do something even easier. Copy page. And on this one, I did this because I actually do need these. So the name of this page is International Governments. So I'm going to put Unit 1 International Governments, and I'm going to put this page under Government A. I chose the wrong window to do this. That's okay. I'm going to choose US Government A. I click copy. Notice I have Unit 1 International Governments, and I'll click Save so we can see what it looks like the good way. Again, once again, this is very editable. I would have to go in ultimately and change this because this is the wrong subject material for this unit, but all of my, if you open the hood on this, this is a fairly complicated page. It's not super complicated, but if you look at layout, this is a 2-column page. It's not a 1-column. So when you look at it, it's got a little bit of complexity. I've got all of this as the top of it. If you use a complex 2-column, you have a top bar that goes all the way across. You've got the 2 middle bars that split it up even. Then you've got a bottom bar, which I'm not even using on this. Well, I guess this picture's bleeding into it. But so it's a fairly complicated page, and what's nice is I don't have to repeat any of this. So I can click Save. This is good, and I can just do this for each one of my units because it's so simple. So I go into this, I go Copy Page. What's my next unit? That's Unit 2, History of Governments. Got that. And I've got 5 units in here. Click Save. And I will really fast do all these because it's that quick. So copy page. What was Unit 3 again? United States Government. This is important. Put your page in the right location. Copy. Save it. You get the picture. So I could really fast go through and make all of these. Now again, I would still have to actually change the text because this is all for Unit 1 of Government B, and this is in Government A. But if you open up any of my classes and you click on a unit page, they all kind of look the same. And I pick one that doesn't quite look like that. And you can see that in the early days as I did this, I didn't know how to copy these. And if I would have, then they would have all looked very much the same. So see, this was kind of all trial and error. Let me get into a newer course that's going to look a lot better. So if I go into that one, See, and I kind of have that same look for every page, slightly different. What's nice with using the copy page is you don't have to go through this. You can have an exact same look for every page. I mean, exactly. And so that's why that is very much the better option. And of course, if you're not happy with where you put things, you can always go into Sitemap and move things around a little bit later. That's pretty simple stuff. If you've never done this before, if you ever want to move pages around and you're moving a lot around, then what you would do is you go into Sitemap and manage pages. That's subject for another video, and I'll do that a little later. But that is a simple way to copy pages. And don't forget, the way you do it is you just go into More Actions, Copy Page, and then you choose where it's going to go. It's that simple. I hope that this video may help some people and that you enjoy it. And if you have any comments for this, just put it down there at the bottom of the page. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.